Hi Scorpio, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, this is your message for the upcoming 2 weeks. Keep shuffling like that when I don't mean to. Really? Okay. Yeah, I was taken a bit off guard there. I've asked for just the most inspirational, uplifting message that you can receive at this moment in time. There are your own accountability, responsibility to this, but if you've attracted this message, it probably is for you. We're starting today when I recorded on the 6th of February, leading up till the 19th of February. So we have passed the full moon on the 9th, being in Leo, this upcoming Sunday. So it's all about, like, since it's on the 9th, it's all about endings. It's also about unconditional love, like seeing things with the, like, for like the whole picture, not in a conditional way, but in a very unconditional way. And then with the full moon, with fulfillment of wishes, something coming full circle, something that you've been wanting to happen. With the strong energy in Leo, might very well happen around this weekend, but definitely around this time. So put your efforts in there, put your energy there if there's something that you want to see come to fruition. I'm using this beautiful Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. If there's any newcomers, welcome. I've used another deck before, but I wanted to switch it up a bit. And it's not a typical tarot reading. I only use the images and the cards to get my own intuition and guidance going, really. Okay, if I'm not getting them out, I'm going to go in after them. It's like you almost want just that one card, because that card is sort of going to tell all in a way. That was a close one. Bear with me, Scorpio. Then we have the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. Some people really love it. Some people really don't. But I think overall, it's a good energy to have in the world that day. And I would love to see a bit more of that good energy every day for the majority of the people in the world. Scorpio. Can we have the 2 most beautiful uplifting cards for Scorpios? Yes, we can. And then number 14 comes out, which is Valentine's Day. And then on the bottom it says patience. So that's very funny. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So Scorpio, stay with me. Don't click me away. There's always the most uplifting, inspiring message that you can get, but you understand what I'm headed when I say that. We're starting on the number 3, which is heartache and loss. And your heart is set in your stomach. So I feel like you are digesting it as we speak. It's a bit reflective of the program. Of the computer of the camera in the computer. But the computer program also makes it be in reverse. So it's being mirrored, but on the bottom it says heartache and loss. And I mean, for some Scorpios, it could be a loss that you just went through. It could have been for some of you guys like just now. But I feel for the majority of you guys, it is a loss that took place maybe, I don't know, a year or 2 ago, like a bit longer ago. And it's like you only now are coming into stable ground, if that makes sense. I mean, I see the heart in a center of you. It's not your heart is being ripped out up in your heart center. It's more down in your digestional area, that like down in your stomach. And so you've digested this over a period of time. And then we have the red rising from the core, like from the ground up. So I feel like you're finding your ground again. You're getting more and more stable again. And there's something about shifting. It's almost like you're moving in and out of timelines, like in and out of different dimensions here. Like here's one dimension and it's sort of being a bit shattered, and here's one dimension. And you see your love is seeping in and out of both sides. So I feel like you maybe have a way more strong connection to the spirit world. For some of you guys, that can show up as really feeling them, as really feeling like you're in contact with them, or that they are coming in from the other side to contact you more and more and more. It can, for some Scorpios, be that you just have a way stronger intuition at this moment in time. You just feel with everybody. If like their loss is your loss. This is heartache and loss. If they're going through some pain, you're going through pain. If they're going through laughter and joy and creativity and all of that, you feel that too. So it's like your intuition has just shot through the roof. There's something about you being, probably ever since this loss, probably, and it doesn't mean that necessarily that everybody lost the person that crossed over to the other side, but there's some sort of loss that sort of took you really, if it was a breakup, you were feeling that breakup. You would have treated it like a loss, even though you were the one breaking up. It was like really hard to let go of. And even though you knew it was important, and even though it was a person next to you who sort of crossed over to the other side, and you know all is well, all is good, it was a loss. And I feel like it kickstarted some sort of journey for you there. And ever since that place, you really have become more and more stable and more grounding yourself, like doing things that really puts you in balance, and like finding yourself more and more. So I'd say, I know if you're in it, you don't want to hear these next words, then click 2 minutes ahead. This loss has done you good. If you're in it, you don't want to hear that, and don't even listen to those words, because you need to grieve and you need to be able to, you know, be angry and upset and sad and all of that for this loss. But when you're out of it and when you move forward, you know that there's no death. You know that there's no hanging on to anything for forever. You know, it's just a continuance in change and shift, and it's done you really, really well, to the point where I feel like you can walk in and out of different timelines. You are being presented to new dimensions. It's like it has brought you to a completely new level. Okay. Okay, so then comes the number 14. And I mean, I brought up Valentine's Day and the number 14. So it could be something around letting go of a loved one. Something about, okay, I'm waiting for my person. And the number 14, that which would be significant just for this particular reading and this moment in time, for the Valentine's Day, like, when are they coming in? And then you like practicing patience right now. That could be for some of the Scorpios, but for another group of Scorpios, I feel like this is also like your spiritual path, your spiritual growth. So you know that you've grown. You know that it was a good thing what happened once you got out of the grief. Like it did accelerate you into like your own mastery, spiritual wise, if that makes sense. And now it's like, okay, I gathered all this information. You're like one with Mother Nature. You practice it all. It feels like you've done so much. You could have done research. You could have started meditating. You could have listened to a lot of like gurus, if that makes sense. Like getting into things that really excites you, finding yourself even more so on a daily basis. And then it's like, and now what? How am I supposed to utilize this? How can I be of service here? What if I've gained all this knowledge, and if I've gained this wisdom, if I've gained this almost magician-like mastery level, now what? Like, show me the way here. What am I supposed to do with this? It better be for a good cause, that, you know, I left this relationship, or that they left me, or that somebody crossed over to the other side, or whatever. But 14 also equals 5, and 5 to me is life path. So you're on your life path. It's supposed to happen. We have the black border, which speaks for the universe, and how the universe plays a role in this, and how you're really connected to the universe these days. And then this, I mean, it is you sort of becoming a master of the, like, this little seed. I don't know if you, there you go. You have like a little seed there in the palm of your hand, and it's coming in first as just this dust, this fairy dust, or this cloud, this non-physical energy that is nothing. It's just air. It's just cloudy air at first, or energy rather. And then out of that same seed, like, all of a sudden blossoms this flower. And I feel like it has two meanings here. First of all, you're starting to become a really good manifestationer. Like, whatever you want to see come to fruition, it really is starting more and more quick to come to fruition, whatever it is that you want. And all of a sudden, you're also going to recognize and realize, it's almost like an aha, almost like a before and an after. It might not be a before and an after physical, but I feel like it's going to be a before and an after spiritual moment for you, non-physical moment, emotional even moment, where you get that whatever you can manifest going from thought to thing in your outer world, like in your physical 3D world, you can also shift from the inside. Like, you can also you can shift to whatever person, version, master thing you want. I don't mean to say, if you don't like who you are, shift. I said shift. But there's something to it that, you know, you can really take on a new version of yourself, like really manifesting the version of yourself that you want to see, or that you're headed towards. And that you have so much more potential on the inside. For some of you guys, this is connected. That's not going to be for the entire group. It's going to be just for a few, I feel. For some of you guys, this is going to do... it's going to be... I'm just going to say it because I don't really know how to say it. The shifts that you can do, and the internal shifting that you can do, the going in and out of dimensions and timelines like this, it has a significance for some of you guys for the herbal community, herbs. I know some parts in the world say herbs. I say herbs. Yeah, there's something to it that you can shift. And with the help of the herbal garden, let's call it. I'm just gonna leave it there. Okay. Moving on to triumphant success. Number 1, new beginnings. And it's like I made it. I even came out of this earth. It's quite hilarious if you look at it. Like, they're not gonna bury you. They're not gonna have you die. I went into this. I tried to jump this timeline, and I took it too far, and I almost died. But I'm here. I'm back. It's really funny. there's something about going back and forth now between the spiritual world and the physical world. This is so spiritual to me with this, all this purple. And triumphantly so, like going back and forth between timelines, back and forth between different dimensions. Start to get into it, start to meditate, start to ask about it if it interests you, if this intrigues you, if it has intrigued you for a while, start to go deeper into it, because there's so much yummy stuff for you to find there. And with this triumphant success, number one, it's all about new beginnings, fresh new starts, in a way starting over, but I feel like this is completely related to you having this happen to you, that shifted your like whole being on a core level, starting to go on this quest. Now have gathered so much information and been asked to just have patience, to just see, just the way that you put down like a seed in the ground. You don't stand next to it, like you put the seed down in the ground. You don't stand next to it being all angry that it doesn't all of a sudden become a flower. You know, it's sort of gonna take a while to just become a flower, right? It's not, you stupid seed, can you come up today? But rather be patient, and it's gonna come, and you're gonna understand it. I mean, if you look at this card, you're so many different versions of yourself. It's like you're being shown layers and layers here. We're layers and layers and layers, and then we have, you know, 1 layer and 2 layer and 3 and 4, just keeps on going. And then with this triumphant success with number one, it is all about it. You took your time, and it was well worth having that patience, because you're going to move into what you would consider being success for you on a spiritual, physical, emotional, mental, like all levels, really on all levels. But you need to practice your patience right now, and you need to know this time is coming. Triumphant success is coming. New beginnings, new starts. We're looking forward to something really magnificent here. And being able to jump timelines like that, or move in and out of dimensions, it's really cool. Okay, guys? I hope this helps you guys in your journey. I hope it uplifts you and inspires you. And I hope to see you back in a week for your love reading. If that interests you, please subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. Take care, guys. Bye.